terrorize people for crimes. The main is ungodliness. And the very important or necessary action, or let me just say, the only thing that can make one more godly, because God can create people with the spirit of godliness, can make them pious ordinarily by creation, by nature, or by their by creation. But the surest thing that can really make people pious and godly is their steadfastness, is their maintaining religious obligations. People today, for example, let me just focus on the Muslims. You see people today, they have neglected. وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. Allah have said it. People today, they don't have time for learning. You won't see them going to a gathering where the word of God are taught to people. You won't see them attend gatherings where the piety, where the fear of God, where the fear of Allah will be instilled, will be where the commands of Allah will be drummed into their heads, where they will be more spiritual, and where they will be more spiritually nurtured and trained. Many people have neglected the word of Allah. They have neglected the Quran. They are only focusing on life, running after life, going after. And this said, the prophecy has been made regarding this. When you stop to be pious, when you forget Allah, when you stop worshiping God, when you stop learning, you stop going to where this soul. The Prophet said, "Al-Iman, this the faith, belief, piety. It fades away, just like any other thing can fade away, just like an iron and a metal rust. It also rusts like that. What we make it, what we remove all the debts, all the what do you call it? Once we make it, what we renew it. Fajadidu imanakum, jadidu imanakum. Islam said, renew your faith, renew your spirit, your spiritual status, renew your iman. They asked him, how do we renew our faith? How do we renew our iman? How do we become more pious, more faithful? He said, increase in saying la ilaha illallah, increase in attending gathering where the word of God will be taught to you, where the commandment of Allah will be made known to you, where you increase in faith, in piety. If people are maintaining all this, they attend the halqa, they attend the what's it called? So when they attend the gathering, where the scholars are always ready, they're always there to teach people, to nurture them, to increase, to make them more righteous, more faithful, more obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're always ready, they're always there. That's why they are learning. People, you only see a very few people maintaining maintaining their what's called their punctuality. Many others are there in the market, are there working, and not only even running after their livelihood, but also getting busy with things that will make them more corrupt. They are on there on the internet, watching movies. Many people have learned how to rob, how to kidnap just by watching movies. What benefit is that, what benefits will watching movies where people are robbing people, where people are killing, what benefit is that of humankind? What benefit will that do to you, to your children? Many girls, you see them. SS1 students, I saw it with my two eyes last month. SS1 student, SS1 girl, they were even gang of they were in gang, they were a group of that the peer age like that, like maybe 15, 16, 14. I saw it. They were toasting a man. One of them, they all saw the person. One of them ran to the person. I was started greeting the person. I was like, hey, can you imagine? Someone that was just passing by. I was there. Not that it was. In fact, it happened to me. Can you imagine? SS1 student, SS2 students, public school students, just going, you coming from coming from the back, from the rear, passing through them, seeing you. One of them just quickly ran and say, "Assalamu alaikum, Afa." Before you will look back, she has run away. Why? And that is just one of hundred of instances that I can give regarding all of these things that we are seeing of these children. You see some of them, you see, subhanAllah, what you are hearing. You are just listening, they didn't know. Talking about their friends that have had girlfriends, they are also interested, all of these things, that boyfriend or rather, they are also interested. You see all of these things. This is why corruptions it's not even in the market until you get there. It's or in the in the feed. It has itself come to all individuals in their own houses. That is what we are busy with. In the name of satisfying our children, you are the one that even get them these satellite dish, or what do you call it, DSTV, for them to watch any movie. Now they are watching Big Ninja, or what do you call it, Big Brother Ninja. They are watching. You see, Saudi government banned Netflix just because of improper films or movies shown to kids that can corrupt them. So this is what is happening. When you now see people, they are not living a godly life, a righteous life. You see the boys too, a teenager with earrings, a teenager that is trying to abandon his iPhone 11, trying to get an iPhone 15. A teenager, secondary school boy, that is not even satisfied with a sandal of 5,000. Until I finish secondary school, I don't think I have an Android and a smartphone. Even during our own time, all these kind of phones are not that famous. Now, these people that are not living a godly life, that are just living a devilish, a satanic life, how would such a people get an offer of kidnapping, an offer of banditry, that they will not incline to it, that they will not accept it? How would that? And now you say Fulani, yes, because it is more They are far from civilization, they are far from the cities. So no education, no religious training, no moral training. So they are very closer to, and that is why these people from abroad, like we hear that even that the British government, the Americans are not also innocent about what is happening here and elsewhere, because we hear that we saw some pictures that they took with them, and you see people, you see the Hausa people, the Hausa women were complaining that in the night helicopters will come landing in the bushes with white men, for what? To dialogue with them, or to what's it called, to reach an agreement with them to stop the terrorism. How haven't they stopped? There are some other things that we heard, and you see these people, when they fear that a government is getting more powerful and it may want to, be a rival, or it may want to be a threat to them, because they don't want any other person to be as powerful as they are. So they want to destabilize them, trying to get people among them to destabilize the government by, or even want to face them with people that they, just like one of their ministers said, when they saw that these ones are the, what's it called, they gathered the ISIS, the Al Qaeda, they train them, they give them, they make them armed, they sponsor, they give them money. They went to some other countries, in some other Arab countries, they gather people that are more fanatic and extremist. They are extremistic, or let's say they are extremists. They gather them, fund them, that these ones will be helpful. They because what I'm saying is not only in Africa, even in Arab countries, Arab environment, you see people, they are very, very neglectful. They have abandoned the religious, and you see some of them on the internet. You see their women too. You see some of them on the internet. You see that this one cannot be good Muslims, because the way they dress, the way they act. Some of them are just full of acting like comedy on the internet. All of these things. These things are not the Islamic teachings. When you see an Arab person, an Arab woman that is not properly covered, you know that is not. She is not obeying. She is not an individual that is serious about her religion. She is very, very far away from religious teaching. So people like them will be, very, very useful in recruiting, or what's it called? In terrorizing the people, and getting armed, trained, funded, and camped in the bush to fight the government again here in our country. So the problem now is the main problem is when people are ungodly, when they are unrighteous. This will not stop. That is why the scholarly individuals, our sheikhs, our imams, they are very, very key in solving this issue. And they are there, ready to help. They have been doing. It's only our people. So the government also, just like the people of the past used to do, they must make the people, persuade them to what? To be diligent in their service, in their religious service. To be serious, to always attend halqa, to always attend madrasa, to always attend their religious services. Any act of misconduct, any act of unrighteousness, any act of treachery, any act of violence should be frankly frowned at, rebuked by the government. By this, people will sit well. But when you see people in the morning, they are on the street, at the junction, smoking, begging for people. You see, it's when you go to some areas in Lagos State, or even in some other states, you see when you get to the junction, before you go to one pop-off guy to say I was somewhere around Agbado Oja yesterday, and I was buying. I was in the Agbado market yesterday, I went to a pop-off seller. Please give me pop-off and buns. Before I could finish the transfer, this man has come. Job, pop-off. I was like, it's not new to me, but this time I could not spare anything for anybody. The moment I left, he said, even if it is one pop-off, he said in Yoruba, even if it's one, I just said, okay, please, let me add to the money. Then I bought for you. Such a person, how will such a person get an offer of kidnapping, get an offer of banditry, and knows that after a successful attack or something, he's going to get at least 100,000? How would such a person not be interested? And now tell me, these people are people that are very, very. They just like the ministers. This woman from the United States said, let's gather them. All this, let's import all the extremists. Let's gather them. They'll be useful. And they fought with the Soviet Union when the American government felt that Soviet Union are trying to overcome the Middle East. They use these people they call Al Qaeda, Al ISIS. They use them to fight them without them even intervening, and they were successful. They say, "Thank you, we've already achieved our aim," and they left. They did not even bother, collecting the ammunitions, the what's it called? They just left them until they saw that these people are now, becoming threats to them again. They now started labeling them. They are terrorists. But you founded the terrorists. The same way when the same way when they fear that, okay, these people are getting too much. They are getting too much. The population are getting too much. They may try to decrease the population, because when the population gets too much, it becomes threat to them. One of the ways to decrease the population is by making some people bandits, killers. They'll just go to a village, kill them. It's because they are just coming gradually. Their intention may be to finish all the nation, but the primary source is, let us first maintain our religious status. Let us be religious. Let us be fearful. Let's train our children. Let's train them well. Let the government support in this course. That is the main. That is the fourth. That is the only thing. You see, the beginning and the end of this matter is what is on the hand or in the hand of God, whether you like it or not. God knows everything. And that is why I told somebody that said, we have been praying. When someone said this, we need prayer, and somebody commented, we have been praying, prayer cannot solve it. Is action. I said, which action? You want to act? You want which action? Do you want to act out of the will of God? What is only what God wills that we save, that we come to truth. If God has made it a will that if people refuse to turn to Him, they will continue to suffer. No action will be of aid. No action will avail anything. Actions. I wish action again. Since when have people have since when? The government also, so it's not, some people say it's the government. Is it all the governments that are in support of this? Because even if all the governments want to save you, if God's will is for you to suffer because you are not turning to Him in worship, in praise, in fear, it will make your government to be what? To be neglectful. to be forgetful. They will neglect you, they will forget you. They will be busy with campaign. They will be busy with many other things. They will not even have your own time. And you know it's very difficult for these bandits to kidnap the president. It's very difficult for this for the terrorists to go to the governor and kidnap him. It's very difficult. It's the people. And their own kids, their children are in the country. So we need to turn to God and pray to Him. God can easily finish them in their butches. God can just, how God will do to the Gog and Magogs, as Salam said, when they come out and start killing people. Even the Prophet Isa, the then president, the prophet that would have killed the Antichrist, the Dajjal, will not be able to counter them with the believers there. Even God will tell him that inni qad akhrajtu ibadan li la yadani laka liqitalihim. I've brought out my slaves, a kind of some slave of mine. You don't have power. You are not able to face them. So and all the Muslims will just have to go to the top of a mountain to like a safe heaven, or what do you call it, just to say hide there, and he will start praying, and God will make like a disease to start from their necks. She starts swelling until it swells and make like just like someone that puts his neck on the rope and gets what they call hanged. So they swing them, and it makes them what do you call it? That through that they get killed. God finished them. All of them. He said all of them died at once, and they die at once, and they start decaying, such that the smell will start disturbing all the people. That the Prince will ask Allah again, and Allah will ask birds to come and carry their corpse, and their corpse. All them say their carcass, because we don't know. Okay, let's just say their corpse and show them where nobody will even know. And Allah will send rain that will fall for days and flush all the rubbish, all the smells, other things, and they are purified, they are putrid, and wash it away. The same thing can happen. We just need to help Allah, and Allah can even turn their hearts to good. They will start seeing that this thing we are doing is wrong. But for you to now say it's action, or for you to believe in other things that cannot help, like people that want to encounter them, that want to fight them with the assistance of spirits, evil spirits, just like the traditionalists, the idolaters, the worshippers of spirits, the worshippers of devils, that call themselves traditional worshippers. They can't fight them because they only trust in their gods or in their devils. These people you want to go and fight, they also have this kind of power that you think you have. But do you even think most of the Fulanis, do you think they are Muslims, or they believe in Allah? They have juju more than any other person. Why were Afoja not able to counter many of them? Because they also have some tira that will tell you we have. That is not teaching of Islam. We don't know it in Islam. So, because if they were true worshippers of Islam, worshippers of Allah, if they are true Muslims, they will not kill. I mentioned it in my first video. Allah said, "Wala tusiru fil ard." Do not make mischief on the earth. A Muslim that is very, very serious about his religious, about his religion, we never oppress other people. We never terrorize people after hearing the commandment of Allah in the Quran that do not make mischief on the earth. Allah does not love the wrongdoers. Allah does not love mischief. Many verses in the Quran. That is why I said also in the first video that you now see some Christians, some of them, or some non-Muslims, they will now start quoting Quran chapter. What does Quran chapter, this chapter say? Kill them, fight them. I said, you don't know anything. All of these verses are revealed during war. Don't you know how many years, more than 10 years, that the Muslims were being tortured and punished in Mecca? That Allah kept saying, patience. Even the Prophet Muhammad, when he walked past through some of them, like Yasir's family, he would say, Sabran ala Yasir, be patient. What family of Yasir? Because for the promise that Allah has given you is paradise. Nothing like fighting. The next thing that will happen is leave Mecca, migrate, run for your religion, run for your life. Until when people in Medina welcomed them, and the population got bigger, and those in Medina also, they were governments, they have their own freedom, and the Muslims were allowed. So, and these people now came again to now, even before they came, the people that left Mecca, they had houses, they had businesses. These people, they drove them out, and withheld or overthrown, or what's it called, inherited other parties unlawfully, wrongly. So when they were also, and the Muslims in Medina were still struggling with their livelihood. So when they heard about the caravan coming, they had to go. In what? In revenge. And that was the first battle they had. That is normal. And after that, they also came to revenge again, and they had to go and attack them again. Because they cannot just sit and see people, enemies of in Islam, coming to attack them. And they still had, that was the second one. And after that, all of the idolaters gathered with the Jews, and they gathered with the Christians. Let's finish the people. They had to what? Strategically resist them. So all of these verses, Ghazwatul Ahzab, Suratul Ahzab, Suratul Tawbah, all of these surahs were revealed basically on battles. Just like we have in the Bible, all of these verses. Kill the Amalekites. Do not spare any, not their women, not their children. In fact, this is even more brutal and more severe, more improper, more unrighteous. Because in Islam, you don't kill women, you don't cut their trees, you don't kill more than the soldiers, the people on the enemies of the battle that attempt to kill you. So, in a nutshell, the bigger problem we are having is that everybody, whether the Fulanis, whether the Yorubas, because you see Yoruba people too doing this, you see Igbo people, man, you cannot even say it's one tribe. And it's not even only in Nigeria. The only problem is that people are not godly. I asked somebody when they said when somebody escaped the kidnappers camp, and he started narrating, telling stories of what happened. I said, please ask her, did she see them pray? Were they people that observe 5 daily prayers? Were they people that maintain their religious duties? That is when we know that, because these people, most of them are not even Muslims. It's like a business. Like people are saying now, it's like a business. It's now turning to a business. When you see somebody kidnap one person and demand for, someone saw somebody that kidnapped two people and demanded for 100 million, and successfully received that money. In this country, somebody received 100 million, and we say we are civilized, and we say we are open, we are developed. How hard did you receive that money? And I say it's in cash. You put the money somewhere. Even you put the money there, you're contacting with phone call. Mere contacting with the phone call, you are all the what do you call the polls, all they have a particular term for this thing, that the internet providers, men calling with their through their the service, you can actually know where they are even before dropping their money. That is why when they say the government are in support of it, or they are not doing what they were supposed to do, you want to believe. Now, someone now saw that was successfully what's called the transaction was successfully made, 100 million just for 2 people. They will not. Can't you see that people are also kidnapping themselves to receive money? But if we have the fear of God instilled and planted and grown in people's hearts and mind, in people's mind, this will surely reduce. If not ended, it will reduce. Secondly, and this is just the secondary reasons, not the primary. We have secondary reasons, not even primary, and I've already mentioned it. That we have people, outsiders, they have agendas. They may want to reduce the population. They want to reduce the population, yes, and they will fund people. Start killing people that are not religious, that don't even know they are far from civilization. You know, when people are not religious and they are not also having somebody that is educated and is working with a company from maybe 9 to 5, how would that person want to go into kidnapping? How would the person want to listen to people that want to use them? So religion and education is very, very important. We need to really work on it. So that's the reason. Some people I used to say that since more than a decade or close to 2 decades, that these people have been fighting and bombing and shooting. Even their ammunitions, their bullets, and their bombs should have finished if they did not have or do not have people refueling them, recharging them. It means what we are hearing, that can't you see, you just like a tank, we just a bus, okay, you see, and we see people dressed in the attire of religious people, like dressed in you see people that are not even, in fact, like Igbo people or non-Muslims, like Christians. You see them deceiving people, disguising, attiring like Muslims or like clerics, just to be able to get the ammunition into the bush. So one of the secondary reasons is that people are outside from having the agenda. Maybe they want to decrease the population, or maybe they want to weaken the government so that they can have access to the government, the country's wealth. Another reason is some people, and this is the Christians may not want to, they may not be happy with, but it's the fact, because it's something they do. They will just stage, they will fake incidents, just in the name to like, how would they will, like, just in the name to, you see, just because, just in the name of fighting Islam, they will now stage acts like they will see non-Muslims, basically the Christians, shooting, killing, stealing, or doing all these things, and dress like Muslims, so that they can make people think that the Muslims are again terrorizing. Why? We have seen things like that. That's why you see in fact, I was very surprised when it came to my knowledge. Okay, I that's why I said I don't know, maybe I commented in a post, or I don't know, I said to somebody that you Christians are saying the Muslims want to Islamize Nigeria, they want to Islamize the country or another country. I said, okay, you are saying that people want to Islamize, as if it's a crime. Okay, the evangelism that you are doing up and down, campaign up and down, crusades up and down, going into houses, house by house into evangelism. What is your aim? Is it not to make all the entire country Christians? If you succeed, what would that be? Is it not Christianizing Nigeria? Is it not Christianizing the country? So if you are looking for a way to Christianize, if your agenda, and if the country will be Christianized, would you be happy or not? So why we now make it a crime if some people want to Islamize the country by introducing Sharia? So each people are trying to what? To achieve to promote their religion. What's the sin? Your own is just to what? To face your own well, not by, even if you want to antagonize or criticize, don't take it up to the level of staging killing, trying to what's it called, to portray, or to just like you see Christians dressing in even you see it happened that what's it called, in the country, I think in the US also, you see them dressed like the Muslims, the jihadists, call them jihadists, and they went to places and shoot, and they were not Muslims. Many like that. So this means that people that can go as far as that are the worst people. Because Muslims never do that. Muslims never do that. From history, look at the Islamic countries. You see churches. You see there are churches that has been. These are countries that the Muslims they had the what's it called? They were able to conquer. These are countries that the Muslims were able to conquer, and they left their churches for the worshippers to continue worshiping. Go to other countries that are not Islam countries, you will never see things like that. That is the teaching of Islam. Umar will tell them, when you go for war, do not destroy their worship places, do not cut their trees, do not kill their women. Just like the Prophet Islam, how we used to tell them. So this is another thing we need to know, that it may happen. Don't you see recently in Nigeria, Reverend Father, that were selling gun to Fulani, to bandits. The Reverend Father, the church selling gun to killers, to kidnappers, supporting them just to add to what? First of all, to their money, and again to add to the attack and fight against Islam. When the church is funding people that are dressing like Muslims to fund Islam, to kill people, are they not? That's why they will be happy that, thank God, we are even ready to support these people. Since they shout Allah Akbar, they say Bismillah, they kill people, they use the turban. And mind you, it's not only Muslims that use turban. When you go to India, if you are what's it called? If you are exposed, you will know what I'm saying. When you go to India, Pakistan, you see the Hindus. This is their culture. Not only Muslims. You understand? Even before the Prophet ﷺ was made a prophet and start preaching Islam, the Arabs used to do that. They used turban. That is known. That is their culture. But if you use it to imitate the Prophet ﷺ, then you get reward. So they will want to fund them. It's an opportunity for us. Continue doing it. That's another reason. That's another secondary reason. We have many reasons like that. Maybe I will try to do another video, inshallah. We have many reasons like that, but I will just want to stop here. So that just is, let us wake up. Let us focus what we need to focus. Let us be prayerful. Let us turn to God. We see that when people continue turning their backs to God, God start punishing them in many things, in many ways, with fear, with hunger. Can't you see that Nigeria was better? Our father, our own parents used to tell us, no what, no hunger. Every people are very very okay. People from other countries come to Nigeria because they know that Nigeria is like a safe haven for them. Ghanaians, all of them, they came to Nigeria. We gave them light. We gave some people like the Benin Republic, Togo, we gave them light. There were no hunger. There were no fear. There was no fear. No fear, no nothing like banditry, nothing like it's not up to this level. But when Allah says, Allah gives an example of a township, that is amina, that is peaceful, no fear, no killing, no kidnapping. Mutma'innatan, it's calm. There were tranquility, no fear. Its risk, its provision comes ragadan, comes easily, from all places. They get money from this, money from business, they go for trade. Then what happened? They were ungrateful to the anumillah, not to even name anum, plurals, to the anum, to the blessings that God gave them. Not one blessing, blessing of peace, blessing of provision, and many other things. They were ungrateful. By what? By committing sins. That's what is happening in Nigeria. That is what has happened in Nigeria too. When we're supposed to give thanks to God, we're giving thanks to other gods that are not gods. We're giving thanks to human being, giving thanks to Son of Mary, who also taught us to call to God, who also even said, God, thank you, all this I'm doing, I did it first for you, for the people to know that you are the one that is powerful. When you call to your father, say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name, our kingdom come, do this. Somebody is telling you to call another person, and you are calling the person, and you are sleeping on what some people wrote. And there are many things that Jesus did not do. Jesus did that we cannot include in this book. Writings of some people. That's people that are not perfect, and nobody is perfect. You are sleeping on it. Even when people also say that they are Christians, the Christian theologians and experts say that the Bible is marked by many defects that are very serious, that are so many and so serious as to call for revision, and they came up with a revised standard version for the King James version. And I don't say no Bible is perfect, even this one. So you are not sleeping on a lot of these things. You are trying the teaching that has altered the real teaching of that are even you can even read and trace from even the book that has been marked by mistakes. When someone is called upon God, you are calling upon Him, and not saying that you should call Him in His name. Where did you see that? How will you know that that's true? So throughout the gospel, you can never see all the basic teachings like three in one, Trinity, and other things. Now, some other people, the traditionalists, they leave God, they are worshiping idols, worshiping other things. By not giving thanks to the real doer and bestower of goods, of good and blessings, and giver of blessings. By misbehaving, not obeying the commandments, killing, drinking alcohol when you are supposed to thank God. The women too, illicit dressing, all of these things, fornication, very very much open illegal sex, hotel, it's now a very, very, you know, in fact, a very profitable business. Alcohol, beer, all of these things. Then what happened? فَأَذَاقَ اللَّهُ لِبَاسَ الْجُوعِ. Then Allah now, أَذَاقَ اللَّهُ لِبَاسَ الْجُوعِ. Allah made them taste hunger. Allah made them wear clothes of hunger. Put it on them. Wal-khawf. Can you see hunger in Nigeria? It's undeniable. Wal-khawf. And Allah made them taste fear. So just even to leave your... I was hearing somebody telling his wife, or tell his wife that, I told you, when you do not leave the house, and this is a gate that I've already, like one, like, not the main gate, but the gate just before the entrance to the room. Cannot even get access to the door. There is a gate before the door. This is a padlock. Always lock yourself in. I used to tell you, because you just see unknown people walking, because this is a new site, up and down. So you cannot even get out of your own house, let alone walk out of the street. That's fear that we are now facing very much in Nigeria. Allah said Bima Kanu Yasna'un, just because of what they used. The Bima Kanu, Razak Allah B'Rasa Jim Al-Khawi Bima Kanu Yasna'un. Allah said, just because of what they earn with their own hands. That's because of the sins they are committing. Let us turn. That's the primary reason that I started with is still the solution. Let's turn to Allah. Everything will change. If you refuse to turn to God, then you think the solution can come by yourself, then continue. Just like Corona. Corona is not a human being that you can fight. We suffered it for 2 years. All of them, all the religious scholars, the clerics, all the traditionalists, I said they have jujus, they have magic, all the magicians, they could not do anything. And they will never be, and they will not be able to do anything, of course. All of us now turn to God. We started praying. You say you want to face bandits. Can you face Corona? Is he what's it called? A matter that you can touch? Is it a substance? Is it something? Is Corona a human being or an animal that you can touch? Or you can start purchasing out of your villages? So that's the same thing. Allah can give you Allah can give you fear. Allah can make you disturbed by any means, whether by sending people to you or by sending disease or any other thing. It's very powerful. Nobody knows the soldiers of your Lord except He. That's Allah said to the Prophet Muhammad. So this is in short my message. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us our sins and to relieve us of this hardship, of this hard time. And make us turn to Him and good worshippers and guide to Islam those that are trying to consider Islam, and those that are not even thinking of it, and those that are even enemies. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us steady in Islam until we meet Him and to accept us as good slaves and they will meet Him. So, sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum.